Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
You see this? It's a Star Wars figure. But it's not just any old Star Wars figure. It's an old Star Wars figure. It's a Snaggletooth. But it's a tall Snaggletooth. It's in pretty darn good condition. Someone the other day asked me what my favorite thing in the entire world is, and I have to answer this. Of course, I did just happen to get it the other day. Now, the reason why this particular Kenner Star Wars figure is special is that there aren't many of them around. So now that you've got a pretty good look at the tall Snaggletooth, I'm going to go ahead and make my way back to the desk. Way back when, Star Wars was huge. Still kind of is, although it's a little different than it used to be. Either way, Sears created a playset that had 3 figures that came with it, including Greedo, I think Hammerhead, and a Snaggletooth. But this Snaggletooth wasn't what Lucas wanted. Lucas expected that the Snaggletooth would be this tall or shorter, and of course have bare feet, as a Snaggletooth would. But when Sears got the original plans for the playset, there were no specifications on the figurine. So Lucas had the playset pulled, meaning this Snaggletooth never should have existed. So I was in a comic collectibles shop just the other day in downtown Seattle at Pike Place Market, and was looking around, and this jumped out at me. And I'm like, oh my God, it's the tall Snaggletooth. And I spent, believe it or not, $275 on this bad boy. $275 for a piece of plastic. Because as a child, I collected Star Wars figures. I still have those Star Wars figures, by the way. They're not in great condition, but this is the crown jewel of my Star Wars figure collection. Now, I have no idea if it's really worth $275, but to me, it absolutely is. Because I know how rare these things are. I've only seen one other tall Snaggletooth, the Sears Snaggletooth, in my entire life. I've only played with him once at a friend's house. And I have known from that point forward that the day that I saw one of these in real life, and I didn't, I could have gone online and searched for it on eBay and everything, but nah, I wasn't going to go that far. But it was right there. It was staring me in the face. And as a geek who grew up on Star Wars figures, I was, the Force called to me. It really did. I ended up buying the tall Snaggletooth. This is a very, very, very rare figurine. In fact, I posted a picture of it online immediately to Twitter and Facebook and everything. And some people really didn't know what it was. Only a few people knew what it was. And those people who know what this is freak out because no one sees these anymore. They're so rare. In fact, it could have been a bargain. I don't know. One of you guys could probably look up the pricing for it. Maybe it's a ripoff. Maybe in another year it'll be worth even more. I would guarantee this thing is going to only appreciate in value, because I think Star Wars as a brand is not going anywhere anytime soon. This is, at this point in time, pretty much one of my favorite things. I mean, I'm surrounded by a bunch of Darth Vader stuff in my home office that's, collectible, but it's worth something. But this is worth something. This tall Snaggletooth. Am I the only one who has one of these? Am I the only one who thinks this is just cool? I have one. Okay, so here's the question. As a geek, what is your most favorite thing? Your favorite object? Here's the thing. I don't think you should answer something electronic, unless it's like a classic electronic, and here's the reason why. Because electronics come and go. I mean, is the iPad my favorite thing? No, I mean, I like it. It's not my favorite thing. This is valuable. It is valuable. This piece of plastic is valuable. In fact, I will go as far as to say, in 5 years' time, this figurine will be more valuable than this particular iPad, specifically this model. I honestly do believe that. And no, I'm not into collecting cats. I appreciate that. But that, seriously, COD nerd. COD? What is that? Call of Duty. And by duty, I'm assuming he means poo. Do you have the Call of Duty? Either way, that's my favorite object, and I don't know if anybody else has a favorite object they'd care to share with the rest of the world. Geeky, and I'm guessing even if you love technology, an electronic gadget just won't cut it, because in another year, that gadget's going to be old news. This is an antique. Some would say, so am I.